choosing, the people that you vote into office based on your race or religion that's like the worst criteria.
There was a danger this election becoming very much ethnicized.
For decades, politics in Malaysia has been seen through the prism of race. In the last election of 2013, the Malaysian opposition parties captured most of the urban and semi-urban seats with large numbers of ethnic Chinese voters, while most of the rural Malay majority seats went to the ruling Barisan Nasional. To win the election, the road to Putrajaya needs to cut across the heart of Malay heartlands, Barisan Nasional's traditional strongholds. Soon after he left the military service 20 years ago, Abdul Majid Muhammad Noor was struggling to make ends meet.
98 saya berhenti penempatan, 99 baru saya menego cara kecil-kecilan. Batu tu anak 2 orang sekolah menengah, 600, rumah nak kena bayar, kereta nak kena bayar, anak sekolah lagi. Mesti tak cukup.
Under the new economic policy, Bumiputras like him enjoy special privileges. Also known as sons of the soil, they are given preferential treatment when it comes to university admission, employment, ownership of share capital, and even loan applications. It's part of the government's efforts to improve the socio-economic status of the Malays and other indigenous people in the country. Mr. Majid himself was given a grant to open a coffee stall in the northern state of Kedah. He and his family also make extra income from the sale of his cash crops at a plantation which he inherited from his father-in-law. It's part of a scheme offered by Malaysia's Land Development Agency, better known as FELDA, to help poor rural families resettle themselves in newly developed areas and earn a living.
Mana ada bercucuk tanam buah-buahan ke, apakah boleh benternak ayam. Kita mengenang budi lah, yang kita daripada susah, tak ada benda apa, dapat kita mendidik anak-anak dan dapat bekerja di mana. Ya, kalau yang dibuat oleh pihak kerajaan, BM yang banyak, kita terpaksa sokong BM.
From 2.4% in 1971, Bumiputra's share of the nation's wealth has increased to 23% today. While the policy has helped improve the socio-economic conditions of the Malays, it has made minority groups feel sidelined. 35-year-old Kun Yun Sin is among those who have become increasingly critical of the race-based policies in Malaysia.
公平的话，全部最好是，总之是穷人，政府都会帮助。华人有需要的话，政府应该好像对待土著这样，帮助华人。
They sort of gave up after half a century of being, at least what they perceive, treated unfairly in various government-related projects. So the opposition presents them with, shall we say, a more hopeful future scenario.
Today, the ruling Barisan Nasional is banking its hopes on Malay support to keep the coalition in power following the massive erosion of support from the non-Malays in the last 2 elections. Mr. Najib, for example, has rolled out initiatives such as the Bumiputra Economic Empowerment Program.
In a way, they're trying to divide the electorate into Malay Muslims, fighting for the Malay Muslim agenda on the one hand, and the Chinese and Indians and non-Muslims on the other hand. So this is a very dangerous game the UMNO leadership was trying to play.
We think that nearly all parties in the country engage in some form of dog whistle tactics that signal messages to specific communities to say that they can better protect the interests of the community than the competitors.
A study done by Merdeka Center last year found that Malay rights still topped the list of important concerns of a Malay voter. 37.4% of Malays listed Malay rights as important to them, And it's up to opposition figures like Dr. Mahathir, with his track record as a champion of Malay rights, to help capture the Malay votes in Barisan Nasional's traditional strongholds in the rural areas.
I think the opposition is banking in on Mahathir's influence here to actually split the Malay votes. And in a way, this will help the opposition to wrest control of some of the states in Malaysia.
If we look at recent surveys, it seems that these new parties, Pribumi, Bersatu, as well as Parti Amanah Negara, have yet to convince voters.
How was your Chinese New Year? No drinks, cheap uncle, no ampao.
Young voters like Rizal and Kieran have all grown up in the post-independence era, where race-based politics has become firmly entrenched in the country's political culture. But it's not a brand of politics that they would like to associate themselves with.
Race and religion is ingrained in Malaysian culture, so I don't think you can help but feel strongly about it. It's just that how you how you channel those feelings.
Yes.
You know, you can use it in a positive way by saying that, okay, you know, our differences make us more colorful, and then you can live. I guess that would be a better way to live. Or you can be the type of person to say, oh no, wait, if you are different, then you are wrong, and then that is when it gets to the point where you are trying to suppress someone, then that's when we have a problem.
Surviving equality.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why I'm kind of against having my own children is because my children will not have the same rights as Kira's future children, inshallah. They will not have the same rights. Yet his family has been here just probably the same time, not longer than mine. How is that supposed to be normal?
It's not only the Chinese and the Indians who are against race-based politics, even the Malays themselves. The young Malays themselves believe that they can stand on their own and they don't need all these privileges. Malays themselves felt that they were also not benefiting from race-based politics.
For the most part, especially the older generation, unfortunately racism is rife. It plays into Malay culture and the feeling of this is our position in life, this is our lot in life, this is our position in the hierarchy. So I think the politicians are very clever at raising these issues, and for many it does work, to be honest. I've spoken to government civil servants who, you know, fear that everything will be taken over if there's Chinese in positions of power.